guys. Obviously, Alun Wyn and Warren on top table. Slightly different first 5 minutes for you guys.
Your last autumn.
Stopping in the Bargain section. The Bargain bit the top table, right? So first bit live for Wrestling Bargain. Any questions?
Warren, how's Ellis and the word in his performance?
Look, I don't know how he is. He's got scans booked in for Monday. Looks like an ACL, I think. It's not brilliant. So he's obviously very disappointed. I thought his performance was outstanding. I spoke to him before the game about, just had a little one-on-one with him. I thought he was excellent in the game. He came off the bench against Australia. I thought physically last week against Tonga he didn't really impose himself as much as he needed to. He knew that, but I thought today was an absolutely outstanding performance and deserved man of the match. And just at the moment, you have to really feel for him, and hopefully it's not too bad, and we can rehab him and get him back on the field as soon as he possibly can.
Does it take a bit of shine off? Was it an excellent performance and a great result, or a great autumn?
Oh, I think when anyone gets injured, it's the hardest thing to take, because it's a big year, isn't it, for a lot of players, and they've worked so hard, and that group of players that didn't go, that were on the summer tour, and he was a co-captain on there, did a brilliant job, him and Corey, and they've continued on with the group that have come back, the players that we left behind. And so when you see a player who's put a lot of effort and he's worked hard to win a spot and to get in the team and and be part of the 23 and big matches, and then pick up an injury, you do really feel for them.
What was that your most complete autumn?
Look, it was the toughest game that we've played in the autumn, and there are aspects of the game that we need to take away from and challenge the players afterwards in the change rooms to be hard on themselves technically, because when they go back and play for their regions, they get away with things, but against the very best teams, technically you've got to be good, and there were a few things that we need to work on and improve, and you play the best teams in the world, and at times you get exposed. So a couple of things in terms of the scrum was under a little bit of pressure, and a little bit of game management that we could work on to improve. But the good thing about these guys at the moment is they get themselves into a bit of a hole, and they know how to dig themselves out, and they keep their composure. They're comfortable at the moment without the ball, and what's been great in this autumn is that the impact of the bench have made a significant impact in all games. So we talk about we're in a good place at the moment. I think we've lost at home this year, so that's a nice feeling to be in the change rooms. But we know there's a lot of work to do if we want to have a good World Cup.
Warren, except for the clean sweep of wins, what's pleased you the most about this autumn campaign? In terms of the performance?
We've got a good group of players at the moment who the Welsh public should be really proud of. The way they conduct themselves both on and off the field, and the way they've prepared in this campaign and have trained, and they've been absolutely outstanding. I've been very proud of them in terms of that. But we're not getting too carried away. I mean, there'll be the keyboard warriors out there and criticising me or everyone else, or Rob Howley or Rob McBride, and they take a lot of crap from people. So we just keep our head down and work hard and start thinking about the Six Nations, hopefully having a good Six Nations. And like I said, it's my last 12 months, and I'd like to finish it with on a high, and for these guys to do as well as they possibly can, and to leave Welsh rugby in a good position.
Alun, a word from you about what this achievement means to you. 120 caps and never done this before.
On a personal, it's just another game, so don't know how many more you've got, so make the most of it. But
is this your last autumn, is it?
Fantastic. But no, I think the big thing for a few of us that weren't involved in the Tonga game was momentum. And we make no bones about it. We built this week up to be a bit of a cup final in itself, because obviously we wanted to maintain our momentum from Tonga. with the changes that we had, and get the W. And I think in each of the games we've shown character, because people potentially would say, well, we started the autumns relatively easy against Scotland, even though it was it wasn't probably a thriller, but it was a characterful win. Again, Australia week was very similar. It was going to take a 3-point win, a 1-point win, to sort of get that. And then against Tonga, a lot of changes with a tough 40 in the middle of the game, with a big second half there. So to carry the momentum on to the final game with the character that we showed again is pretty special, and I think from the players is a big thanks to each other for the guys that weren't involved, not just in the 20 but the 38, for being able to fill the void, prepare the team, support each other, and that willingness has shown through in the performances. So the character and the momentum is probably the biggest things for me, not necessarily the result.
Final question for the live bit, please.
Warren, when Ernest was injured, all the players went to him as he was sort of taken up slightly. Does that show sort of the team ethos that you've got within this group?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a special group of players at the moment. We had a fundraising night on Thursday night for someone pretty close to us, in terms of we talk about family first all the time, and we do so much for charity for other organisations and outside, and the boys raised about 24,000 on Thursday night. Some of that will be going to one of the individuals, and then we'll be giving money to the charitable trust as well. So, and you can't do that unless you've got a group of guys that are willing to dig deep for each other and work hard and to give. And hopefully we'll keep building on this, and like I said, look forward to 2019.
On that note, everyone